Hey, everybody. Guess what? It's time to go live from the bunker with Eddie Pepitone. I don't know if you've heard the latest news, but it's not good. It's not good. 200,000 people now have been predicted to get this, to die in the United States. 200,000. And that's a White House model, so you know it's conservative. How are you, everybody? Yeah. 200,000 people. The White House is saying, I'm laughing because what else can you do? We're powerless, right? Well, we have some power. We can isolate. We can be careful, but basically, wow, talk about something just completely changing our lives, like unbelievably. Today, my guest is going to be Jeff Garlin, and he's changed so many people's lives unbelievably. Let's see what facts. Yeah, so 185,000 confirmed cases in the U.S. Now, one of the scariest things is that someone from MIT said the coronavirus can travel 27 feet and stay in the air for hours. I don't know. When I hear stuff like that, I think maybe I have too much information. You know what I mean? Maybe you could have too much information. You could have too much information. Like, to know that it travels 27 feet in the air and can stay in the air for hours, you would be nothing but just completely paranoid. By the way, the tea, that was my tea. That was the tea whistle. Yes, I make tea because I heard that. It's funny, people are hearing the tea whistle. Yes, I make tea. I drink hot liquids. Because I believe that kills some of the, I don't know. But tea is good for you, I drink throat coat. I drink a bunch of teas. So, some good news. CNN anchor Chris Cuomo is tested positive. The only thing I worry about when Chris Cuomo tests positive is Wolf Blitzer testing positive. I don't want Blitzer to get this. So anyway, a scientific model predicts we may hit our peak in U.S. in mid-April with 2,000 deaths a day. Why am I giving you these facts? Because you and me, and soon Jeff Garlin, who's going to join us very shortly. God damn it. What the fuck? That's so funny. I'm sorry, folks. You see, this is what the virus is doing to me. Yeah. All right. So Jeff is here. So we're going to add Jeff. I told him 210, but it's 205. There you are.
Oh, yeah, you've lost your mind. Back in the day, one thought you lost your mind in terms of just watching you do stand-up. You've lost your mind. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Jim from MIT, he measured my penis compared to other penises, and he said my penis can travel 12 feet in the air. See, that's what's going on now. Conjecture. Even the fucking television news is filled with fucking conjecture. All right?
Do you
every day By the way, hold on. Every day I read 6 newspapers. I'm getting my news the old-fashioned way.
Are you reading hard copy?
No.
No, of course.
I subscribe on my phone.
Right.
And that way, it's delayed. They have to source it. I don't trust. Look, I don't think it's fake news, but I don't trust TV news in terms of their sourcing like I would, let's say, the Washington Post.
Right.
Just saying. So I'd rather get my news a day later. But what I'm doing is I'm just fucking staying in. I'm staying in, man.
Yeah.
I have not left my house in 2.5 weeks. I'm here with my dog. It's I'm happy that I like my house. I love my house. I'm good. Am I very good? No, because I can't go out. I can't say, Eddie, let's go get coffee. That makes things not exciting, you know?
Right. Well, yeah, I totally get it. So you're totally in. So you're getting groceries delivered. Is that it? Are you getting groceries delivered?
I get my Instacart, and I have a whole procedure where they drop it off at the door. I wipe it off. I leave some of it in the garage to sit for a few days. And I have a way of cleaning it with stuff. And but I'm in. I'm not going anywhere. I'm alone.
Right.
And I'm coughing because I just had some nuts. And I always have trouble digesting nuts.
Well, MIT is saying that nuts right now are just a magnet for this virus. No, I'm kidding. But this is supposedly an MIT study about
you said
virus.
The word supposedly an MIT study.
Well, my producer.
I don't believe anything until it's proven. And when it's proven, I'm all good.
Right, because.
But by the way, let me talk to you about this. I got something for you.
Okay.
So I've worked hard in therapy over the years to, in fact, deal with this thing. And the thing is this: not knowing relationships with women, my career, being okay with not knowing. And I don't know, and no one knows. Ferrucci doesn't know. He takes.
Who? Fauci, you mean?
Fauci, yeah, Ferrucci.
Fauci. You call them Ferrucci. You see,
you say Ferrucci. I say Ferrucci. You say Ferracci. No, but the point being is, nobody really knows. This is going to take time, and it'll be figured out. But what I think is, and I'm an optimist, but I'm also very much pragmatic and a realist, I think this is all going to be like a lotus flower. A lotus flower grows from the muck, from the ugly darkness, and then it comes up the most beautiful flower. And I think that's what's going to happen from this. The most beautiful flower with art, with mankind, is going to pop out of this. But we just have to ride it for however long and whatever it is, and be diligent.
Right. Well, I totally agree with you. I don't know about a Lotus Li. Now, I read a guy named Thich Nhat Hanh, and that's not to brag that I have access to these Buddhist spiritual teachers. And Thich Nhat Hanh wrote a book called No Mud, No Lotus. So beautiful things come out of pain.
By the way, true success
comes out of failure.
Comes out of adversity and failure. Most definitely. I love that. What's the name of the book?
No Mud, No Lotus by Thich.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. But what kind of beauty do you think is going to come out of this specifically? What kind of beauty do you think?
I'm waiting for the people at MIT to tell me.
See, you backed off.
The truth is, I have no idea, but I think it'll be amongst how we treat each other. I think some people have been in relationship, but I think a lot of people now are spending time with themselves. Put it this way, I aspire to be an enlightened dude, and this past 2.5 weeks has changed me completely.
Has it? Yep. You've had some great insights about yourself?
No, I have no great insights.
What's
but
changed?
I've been very pragmatic with the way I've lived my life, a little too busy for my take. I'm not talking about success. And also relationships with people that are unnecessary, that are like, this is slowing you down.
Absolutely.
So not you, Eddie. Not you.
What?
You're a fucking delight from the very first time I ever met you. You are nothing but a delight. You make me laugh hard from my gut. I love watching you do stand-up. You're a joy, my friend. And I love your anger. I love your vegetarianism. I love everything about you.
Veganism. There's a difference.
Well,
Vegetarians still. They eat
Ferrucci,
hey, but I wanted to touch on that point you made. This whole thing, the big thing is that it's made everybody stop. Like, okay, stop. Right? Like it's a big fucking stop sign. The world is going too fucking fast. It was going too fast. Right? It's just.
Yeah. No. For me, it was, I can only speak for myself.
Right.
That it was all going too fast. I actually sat and went, wow, you're really successful, but you're not enjoying it. Now I'm enjoying it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's great.
I am. And by the way, I've turned down every like couch show. Hey, the people from Bonnaroo, that, because you know what I know? People can live their lives without me. They don't need me. You want me? Watch Curb. You want me? Watch my special. I don't.
Oh, that's right. You have a new special, right? You have a new special. Is it out? Is it out?
Yeah, it's out. It's called Our Man in Chicago. But the point being is, it's on Netflix now. But the point being is, I don't need to promote. I mean, even though I just said it, but we're here talking. But I'm saying I don't go on my Instagram to promote myself. I don't go on these stupid shows from my living room. People are fine watching the entertainment that they have. They are so backlogged with Netflix and Amazon. There's plenty of things to watch and enjoy.
Yeah.
Not me on a fucking phone. Even this right now, I don't want to, it's a Tom Petty song. Stop jamming me. I don't want to jam people. I want to leave them alone.
Okay. But I think some people are taking solace from comedians.
Well, by the way, here you and I were two comedians having a discussion. If someone digs this is not what I'm talking about. This is you and I being human beings. If it's Jack Black dancing, fucking beautiful. That's as simple as it is. Hey, look, I'm Jack Black. When I dance with my shirt off, it's nothing but delightful and funny. I get it. I put clips from Curb Your Enthusiasm on my Instagram page. Great. Laugh. Have a good time. But I think that outside of what I just mentioned, unnecessary. I don't need Bill Burr's set from his living room. Not that he's doing one. But I was offered a couple things, and I'm like, no, fuck, I want to leave people alone. Anyone here, I mean, no one has to watch that either. But this is you and I talking. This is, I find this fun and different, Yeah.
You look great, by the way. I like your beard, your growth.
Yeah, whenever I'm done filming, I grow a beard. But actually, I shouldn't say whenever. Since last summer, I liked it. So I'm going to grow a beard. And then if I have a full beard, it feels good. And I'm laying in my backyard, so I'm getting some sun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. I lay out with my dog.
My beard comes in totally white, like white.
Right.
And it's too white.
By the way, it does make you look older. You would have a Santa Claus kind of look. I get it. If this was all white, I probably wouldn't do it. I love, though, having dark hair.
I like that, too. I like the salt and pepper hair.
I had to color my hair up until last season on the Gold.
Right?
Yeah. Well, by the way, not like a helmet.
Because that's a period piece. So,
but it's 80s. But I had to do a comb through. That's where they comb the color in for about 5 minutes, and then they take it out, and it leaves some gray. But I wanted all my gray. And when I negotiated, that was a big point of like, I don't want to color my hair anymore.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Have you seen Alec Baldwin doing little videos of him kind of just going like this into the camera? He goes, "Oh God, what are we doing?"
But I got to tell you something. If you announced you were going to do that for 20 minutes, I'd watch and not say a word. If you were doing an impression of him, because I don't want to watch. The only thing that Alec Baldwin can do for me now is stay out of my face. And if I want to watch a movie or a TV show that he's in, delightful. If you want to interview him, great. But I don't want to. I mean, how are people helping? How are people helping by doing that?
Well, I am getting together with a couple of my friends. You could be one of them if you'd like. And we are going to sing.
I'm your friend.
Wait a minute, you haven't heard.
Hold on, though. We each have each other's phone numbers and email. We are very fond of each other. Nothing changes. I just don't want to be part of anything. When this is over, I'm going to do lots of... I've actually decided to do a road trip after this and go to comedy clubs and do free shows. And they can either...
That's awesome.
Can, if people pay, it'll help the club or help comedians, whatever. I don't want a penny, and I'm going to go up and down California coast.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So this is already kind of inspired in you, like, let me give back to people because there's...
Oh, always. By the way, I always have that in my mind about being
altruistic.
Always altruistic. But this is like a moment in time where people need to laugh, and I'm happy if they dig me to go out. And the clubs are having trouble; they're barely staying open during this. However, whatever they want to do with the money, if they want to put it towards the club, the wait staff, the young comedians in the area, I don't care where they give it out. But I'm going to do a bunch of free shows. I'm going to do a bunch of them.
That's great.
Yeah.
By the way, one of our favorite movies, me and my wife Karen, was WALL-E, and you did the voice of this. No, it's an awesome movie about saving resources. About it was just an awesome movie about. It had a great message environmentally. Don't you agree?
Very much so. I worked on that movie for 3 years.
3 years?
3 years. I never saw a frame of the movie until I went to Pixar as their own premiere before the world premiere. And I went to the Pixar premiere and I was weeping because I couldn't believe that I was part of a movie that was so beautiful.
That blew
my mind. That's the thing I'm most proud of in my life.
Yeah.
Besides my
that's the thing
children.
That's the thing you're most proud of is WALL-E. Yeah, that was great. And you played the spaceship captain. It was just
Captain.
So fucking funny. Hey, if anybody's got questions for me and Jeff, send them in. Todd Glass said something that Jeff, how much is an eighth at the cookie store? Fuck, I can't read this.
How much do you?
Hey Eddie, hope you're well. Somebody said, "Hey Eddie, hope you're well." That's Alvaro. Do you think this crisis will help the U.S. population to develop enough class consciousness? What do you think? I mean, is it a class thing? Like the virus?
Well, I mean, certainly on Instagram, I was following over 1,000 people.
You were now following about 1,000? Wow.
Over 1,000 people. I've now eliminated in the past week 700 people. And by the way, some of them, it's not personal. Most, it's not personal. I just wanted to get it down. But some people have disgusted me. And I'm not saying names. Some of my peers have disgusted me not being class conscious. I'll give you an example of somebody who I didn't follow, but Arnold Schwarzenegger smoking a cigar in a hot tub, telling people to stay home. Go fuck yourself. Clueless, tone deaf. And so,
there's a lot of tone deafness out there, yeah.
But the point being is that even when you're on there saying, hey, watch my new movie or anything, not a time for self-promotion. Hey, I'm happy if people want to watch anything that I'm in, but go turn on Netflix. It's one of the things you haven't seen, maybe. I don't know, but it ain't my business to tell you. My business to tell you is, hey, good luck to you. Stay healthy. I'm wishing you the best. That's my message. I got no other message.
Yeah. Well, we live in a celebrity culture, meaning that celebrity here in the States is royalty, right? So sometimes people or a lot of times people look to celebrities for advice or inspiration.
Hold on. I say now is as good time as any to do some self-reflection and not look to celebrities for that. And I'll tell you the difference between celebrity and royalty. I don't see the Queen on Instagram. I don't see any of those people on Instagram getting to know them. No, I like the idea that I didn't have access to Cary Grant. I liked the way it was. I don't mind people knowing who I am as a real person, but I got to tell you, it's not something that I want. I'd rather have them imagine what I'm like. I think it's something better to not be
right. Well, I remember reading, I think it was my fucking bunker. I remember reading that Anton
iced tea, by the way. Iced tea. No sugar. Iced tea. It's
really?
A vegan iced tea. There's no meat in this iced tea.
Nobody was harmed. No living beings were harmed in the making of your iced tea.
Yes.
So Anton Chekhov, I think it was Anton Chekhov, he said, yeah, it's better not to know about an actor because it's more of a mystery. It's more of you filling in the imagination.
Okay. One of my heroes was Harold Ramis. And Harold Ramis was a friend.
Oh, is that right? Harold Ramis?
Yes, and he was a friend and a mentor to me. And he said, you don't want to meet your heroes. He was really specific.
I agree.
He told me some names, but the one person he was wrong about was him. He was the most enlightened, great dude who taught me so much. But he pointed out some specific people who I won't say. And he was right. And for the most part, I would have to say 3/4 of my heroes, 4/5 even, have been delightful people. 1/5, boy, I wish I didn't meet them.
Yes. I feel that way about Marc Maron. Let's see.
By the way, never a hero, always a piece of shit. One of the biggest piece of shits there is. He and I'm not going to say used to be friends because we're not enemies, but I've never met anybody who is really, why are you alive? What are you helping? He's a great podcaster, but he's got to shut the fuck up with his negativity. Piece of shit. He's the meanest, most unhappy, cocksucking piece of shit. And I don't throw cocksucking in there as in gay. I throw cocksucking in there as just an asshole. There, I gave it. He's on the short list, by the way.
He's on the short list?
He's on the short list of people that I would just spew about. He's in
I see. I was throwing that away.
But I used to go on the show and we would talk about how positive I am and how negative he is. And I thought he was just full. I called him out. I treated him like this. If I was on with the show like now, I would talk to him just like this. Fuck him. Funny. By the way, he's a comedian, so he's my brother, but fuck him. Fuck him.
I just think that's great. Did you hear that? Wild goats took over a town in North Wales during the lockdown? Wild goats have taken over a town in North Wales during the lockdown.
Now you say that. Is it like they'll attack you if you walk outside?
Is it what?
Like if you walk outside, do the goats attack you?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't done enough research.
See, again, this is hearsay. There might be no town with goats. You are just saying shit that makes no sense. What are you doing?
I panicked, and I just went to this thing I have written in front of me.
All right.
But I want to tell you, the thing I've been catching up on Netflix, and I want to see if you're a fan of it, is Ozark. Ozark?
Oh, I'm watching it right now. As a matter of fact, to talk to you, I put it on pause.
Oh, okay. So you on season 3?
I'm on season 3. Yeah, of course.
There's something about
Jason
that show.
Bateman.
Do you know him?
Bateman's
Do you know him?
fantastic.
You know everybody. Do you know Bateman?
Yeah, I'm friends with Bateman. We're not great friends, but I'm friends with him. I love the guy.
Well, what he does amazingly is just have this, like this blank.
Well, no, he's an excellent fucking actor.
I know he is.
By the way, I think that there's certain kinds of actors. Everyone's different. I think Jason Bateman is as good as the material he's given. He's always good because he usually has great material. What I mean by that is if you ask him to play something and play it real in a moment, he's always going to hit a home run. Always.
Really, huh?
Yeah, always.
Has he been on Curb? I forget.
No, I would love to have him if it was right to be on Curb. We were talking about doing a movie a few years back before he blew up.
Yeah.
No, it didn't fall apart because of that. It mostly fell apart because it just didn't happen. But
I was going to say one of the funniest things to do is, well, not funniest, but you can pick apart any television show if you want to. Like you can pick it apart, you know?
Well, yeah, who used to do that is Howard Stern.
Does he do that?
He'd pick on things, Howard Stern, and I'd go, yeah, you don't need to be picking on this. It's too easy.
Yeah. But the one thing about Ozark that I think is kind of funny as a comic to look at is that this is just and tell me if you agree with this, they're a suburban couple with kids from Chicago, and all of a sudden they're dealing with fucking cartels and, death all around them. And it's sort of like, all right, Wendy, let's go. We need to put this body in the tub. Like that to me is a kind of funny thing.
Well, by the way, that's what's beautiful about the show. It takes an everyman and plops him in. His skill set is with numbers and stuff. He's so smart.
Yeah. And, oh shit, Todd Glass wanted to say this. Todd Glass said he needs fucking toilet paper and he's not shitting around.
Did he really say that?
He did.
By the way, there's somebody who I couldn't love more.
Todd is amazing.
I know, but I love Todd Glass like I love you. You are comedians. You are fucking pure. Both of you are so fucking pure. I love you.
True.
I love both of you so much. Make me happy. Short.
You have good taste. You have good taste.
Hold on. I fucking do.
You do. You do. Because I would say that's very true about Todd and me as far as purity. Like, I do fucking stand-up and I do comedy just because it's always what I've loved and I've never cared about,
It's what you do.
It's what I do.
He does.
And what Todd does.
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny? The first time I did Letterman, I didn't sleep the night before. I was a fucking wreck standing.
I would be too. Oh shit!
And I was
the first time you did it. Yeah.
And I didn't sleep. I literally had nightmares leading up to it of Letterman behind me shaking his head no. It's true.
Yeah.
And
success is an interest. Well, go ahead. You finish your
No. I just want to finish this. So when I'm standing in the wings, I remembered my friend's girlfriend had saw me perform in Chicago like maybe 3 months before. And she said something to me that was so comforting. She said, "You're doing what you're supposed to be doing." And as I stood on the side of the stage, a wreck, I thought to myself, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it calmed me, and I went out and destroyed.
You did. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I remember, you brought it up earlier, like no mud, no Lotus. And, one of my big fucking things to become a kind of fearless comedian was doing the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And I'll never forget, because I was very nervous. I had never been to Europe. So I was like, oh shit, I'm performing in Scotland. And I was waiting to have you ever done the Fringe? Have you ever been there?
No. I have great respect for it.
It's insane. It's insane. Like, it's 27 1-hour shows in 28 nights. You know, you get one day off, right? And you don't get an opener. It's like you get a little fucking announcement. Please, everybody, welcome Eddie Pepperton. That was my announcer's accent.
By the way, if I could pay money to have you introduced that way with that voice every night, I'd pay it. What, $500 for the rest of your career? I'm in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eddie Pepperton. Wait, hold on. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the gentle styling.
The gentle styling. But I'll never forget, like, this is kind of my Letterman thing. For me, I was sitting in a stone staircase at the bottom of a bar called Tron in Edinburgh. And I heard all the people who were there to see me. You know, when, like, you're hearing the crowd, like you're about to go on and you're hearing the fucking crowd and you're like, oh, I hope this crowd isn't assholes. I hope they're not assholes. And my first performance in Europe ever. And I remember just, no mud, no lotus story. I just remember sitting there and going, my fucking God, I just don't think I can do this. You know, I don't think that I'm worth it. Blah, 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 blah. All those fucking demons that you get when you're trying to do something big in your life. And I've noticed that the way we grow is to go through that shit. And then each time it gets just a little easier. You know what I mean?
Very much so. Very much so. There's still things that scare me, but I don't let fear paralyze me. I just go through it.
Exactly.
But stand-up is not one of those. Stand-up is for me, I have nothing prepared. I walk up on stage, hear a song, maybe I'll start talking about the song or whatever, and I improvise for an hour. And if the crowd is good, I always tell them, after a while, I go, thank God you're great, because that makes me better in terms of creating stuff. When they sit on their hands and they stink, I still can be a craftsman and do fine, but it ain't fun.
Well, one thing I've learned from
I would have loved to have seen you do those shows.
Oh, God.
I would have loved to have seen you do those shows.
No, I know. I was a fucking wreck. And I yell a lot when I'm doing stand-up, like, ah, ah, ah. And my voice, by the end of that run, was the last 3-4 days of it, like 27 shows in 28 nights. It's Groundhog fucking Day there. And anyway, 27 shows in 28 nights, my voice was like, hello, 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 everybody. I was like, really?
Would you do that again for me? Would you do that again for me?
Yeah. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome.
Who are you?
Hey,
are you a little girl? Are you a little girl, Abby Pepperton?
What the fuck is up with the ruling class? It didn't have the same. It didn't have the same. Weight. It didn't have the same weight. Yeah, man, you were talking about the tone deafness of some people. J-Lo did something where she was like in the back of her mansion, her gorgeous fucking mansion, like just saying, don't leave your home, everybody.
Well, here's the thing. They like to think that they're regular people. That's their fantasy. Just a girl from around the block.
Yeah, right.
No, I guarantee. I would ask her, have you ever gone to an interview by yourself? Have you ever done a show by yourself? And I know I show up places and like today's show, whatever. Do you have anybody with you? No. You're by yourself? Yeah. Or
without you mean a slew of assistants and all that shit? Yeah.
Right. Well, I understand, by the way, someone has one assistant, they're on the road. I understand one publicist. But if you have more than 2 or 3 people with you, That's nuts. And even then, it's a little crazy. But you watch
I just always travel with the mind. I just travel with the mind.
You don't like being questioned.
I just have a mind.
You don't like being questioned.
I don't like being questioned, and I like somebody who's good with his hands.
You do.
Of course.
What's your mime's name? What's your mime's name?
Olaf.
And where was Olaf born?
Olaf. Where was
Olaf?
Born?
Yeah.
Norway. The tip of Norway where you can see the northern lights.
Can you tell him the story about Olaf and the peanut tree?
Oh my God. The peanut tree is basically Olaf's mud to Lotus story, where he was told by his father, you'll sit under that peanut tree until you can walk against the wind like a mime. And that's where he honed what is now his world famous walking against the wind. Except in El Nino. In El Nino, it's the wind is reversed. I don't know if you're a weather guy or meteorologist.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, by the way, you know me, I'm a big weather guy.
Yeah, you've always been.
Do you know I have VHSs of every day the first year of the Weather Channel? You VHS? That's what I'm watching now. Only the first year. After the first year, I didn't believe it. It wasn't real enough for me.
Honey, I'm gonna go to the man cave and rewatch. I taped the Weather Channel today.
What's your wife's name?
My wife's name?
No.
Oh, in the character. Lulu.
Okay, so call her.
Lulu, I'm going to watch the Weather Channel. I taped it, and I'm pretty sure there was some nasty weather in Missouri. Oh, Herb, why do you really need to be that on top of the weather? Lulu, if I don't know the weather in Missouri, then I don't know. Well, you said, Herb, that you really did love Tom Waits' emotional weather report. You love Tom Waits' emotional weather report. By the way,
next time we perform together, do not think that you're not going to have a request for Lulu and Herb. What people don't know is that I do this to you all the time. When we perform together, I get you worked up on something crazy, and I love it.
Well, how about the video? How about the video we did where we took my character who gets on the intercom, Margaret.
Well, by the way, we did that one night live. And
that's right.
I'm going to write a short film.
At UCB.
And it's on. And by the way, it's on Funny or Die right now with Paul. What's his name?
Paul Russ.
Paul Russ was in it. Yeah, that's still available on Funny or Die.
It's on Funny or Die still. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, with you yelling Margaret. Yeah.
Well, do you have any parting words, Jeff? This has been a pleasure and a joy. I always finish around.
My only parting word is that everybody just do the best you can. That's all you can do. Do the best you can and dig deep to find the best you can. And that's all. We'll all come out of this like a lotus flower. I promise. Tomorrow I'm making a post. I'm gonna talk about no mud, no lotus on my Instagram. Cool. And that's my last post until all this is over, because this is my last interview, and that's my last post, and I'll be back up on the air in a long time, and people can watch whatever they want on Netflix or Amazon or ABC or I don't care.
Can you recommend another show for folks besides Ozark that we both really dig?
Well, if you like Ozark, there's a show that's on Netflix now that I just watched that I very much enjoyed, The Valhalla Murders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's from Iceland. There's subtitles.
I love the Icelandic murders. It's called Nordic Noir, and I really love it. With me and Karen, my wife, we watched a show called Shetland. Have you ever seen Shetland?
I've seen Shetland. The Valhalla Murders. It's brand new on Netflix.
Oh, cool. Valhalla Murders.
I very much enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Very much enjoyed
Jeff,
it.
It's an honor.
I love procedurals.
Oh, I love even a procedural at the doctor's office. Like if I go into the urologist, I really enjoy the procedural. You know what I mean?
I don't. I don't like procedures. I like procedurals with cops.
Oh, I thought. Oh, yeah. You do? Were you a big Law and Order guy and all that?
I was on Law and Order once.
Me too. I was on it a few times.
Oh, really? I played. Did you play a murderer?
No, I was a liquor store owner, and someone came into my liquor store and got killed. I played a couple of them. You know, there's SUV, there's Law and Order, Criminal.
I was on one with Chris Noth. I don't remember the name or the initials, but I do know this. I played a head of a motion picture studio who blew up a guy and murdered him and raped his sister.
You played that character?
Yeah, at the exact same time, I made my premiere on Wizards of Waverly Place. So the same night, on one channel, I'm a rapist murderer, and I'm the goofy uncle on Wizards of Waverly.
Right?
And Waverly, yes. And what I did was I opened my front door and I yelled out, "I have the most skill of any actor. Look at my range. I've got, like you almost, I've got range."
By the way, if you haven't talked about that on stage, that came out on the same night, that's such a great story to tell.
Well, thank you. I'm going to write it down.
Absolutely.
When I become a Lotus Flower.
All right.
When I become a Lotus Flower, that shit's coming out.
All right.
I love you, Eddie.
I love you too. Thank you for coming on, brother. Yeah, you too.
Okay, but wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Don't get so caught up in all this hearsay shit. Conjecture. We're living in the biggest time of conjecture in world history. So stop.
Okay.
Chill out. Get to the human moments. I love you.
All right. Love you too, buddy. See you soon. Bye, Jeff.
Bye,
Jeff.
Bye.
Okay, everybody. That was the great Jeff Garlin, and that is the last interview that Jeff is going to do until this whole thing is over and he becomes a Lotus Flower. That was great. That was really great. Tomorrow, we have Maria Bamford. Maria Bamford, one of the funniest people out there. And it should be really awesome. So spread the word that tomorrow at 4:00 PTSD time, we have Maria Bamford. And thanks again to Jeff. And let's see, if you want to donate to me, in my Instagram bio, it's my Venmo is at Edward Pepitone, or it's in my Ko-Fi in my bio too. You could donate. And thanks everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow with Maria Bamford. Bye.